Good morning, good morning. We are in our tarot study of the Hierophant. Here is the original Rider-Waite. We'll go through these, all of our cards that we've been going through. There's that again. Doo-doo-doo. The Wise One from Tarot of the Abyss. The Wandering Star Tarot. The Light Seers Tarot. Tarot of the Divine. I love so much seeing all these different versions of the Hierophant. The Goldenot Nouveau. And the Ancestor is from the Wildwood Tarot. Love that one so much. And the Winter Tarot. And the Star Tarot. And Tarot of Mystical Moments. And then the Good Tarot. Okay. So today what we're doing is, ooh, look at my little fun little poofy. Today what we're doing are the guidebooks. We're doing the guidebooks today, and that's my favorite ones to read from, because they're just little blurbs, and for the most part, there's a couple that you won't see that we'll read from that we've already read from that are bigger guidebooks, like the Wildwood Tarot we've already done, and the Star Tarot we've already done. I think that might be it. But anyway, so I don't ever read from the books anymore, like on a regular basis. So this is why I get so excited about this part, is because I get to read from the books. So there we go. We're going to dive in. I don't know why I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't. And then tomorrow, since today is the guidebook day, that means the only thing left is doing our writing practice, where we find out what Hierophant has to say to us personally for our highest good. Cheers. All right. So I guess I should have had these separated, but that's okay. All right, so first we're going to read from Tarot of the Divine. There's her again. And this is what the inside of this guidebook looks like. Nice, big, colorful pictures. And this is the Hierophant is the White Buffalo Woman from North Dakota, the Lakota deity. The Hierophant is a divine figure and teacher who shares the rules, rites, and rituals to follow as a community. There is a place for everyone and everyone in their place. She encourages the comfort and support of the group, the path well trodden. Upright, conformity, compassion, social approval, tradition, legacy. Reversed is bucking trends, vulnerability, feeling adrift, and blind faith. The White Buffalo Woman, I'd like to do her as one of our Goddess of the Month here eventually. I'm wondering about who our next Goddess of the Month for February is going to be. But guess what our tarot card is going to be for next month? How fitting is this? And we've just been going in order, but I swear Spirit has known this from day one, obviously. But February, Valentine's Day month, the card is... the Major Arcana card is the Lover's card we're doing. So there you go. Isn't that funny? All right. And the next card is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So there's the card again. And then here's the inside of the book. No pictures, but the Hierophant is represented here by an owl sitting on a branch of an ancient tree with strong roots. He is reading out a book in front of a little girl, eagerly sharing his knowledge and wisdom with her. The girl is listening very attentively. The old tree represents traditions grown out of centuries. The card suggests that you can honor these traditions and fulfill society's expectations by embracing existing beliefs and conventions. Upright meaning, honoring traditions and rituals, institutionalized knowledge, accepting conventions. Reverse meaning, non-conformity, focus on individualism, rejecting traditional ways. So there's that one. And then next we have Tarot of the Abyss. I love Tarot of the Abyss so much, and so I'm excited to read, because I don't read from these books, so I'm so excited to read these meanings with you. I know it sounds silly, but I am. Okay, and then there's the inside of there. So no pictures, but that's okay. We'll let that one slide. The wise one is traditionally known as the Hierophant, and this card he represents the spiritual healer, the shaman. We witness the exchange between the healer and his people, a sacred moment when he is passing down his knowledge and wisdom. Tradition is important to him, something that has taken generations to acquire, and master cannot be achieved through solitude or isolation. The fire burning bright, and with its heat, it warms their souls and lights the path of enlightenment. I love that. When this card appears, know that perhaps some spiritual guidance is coming your way. There are many forms through which this knowledge may come into your life, perhaps through a counselor or a spiritual mentor. However it may be, guidance is coming your way. The Wise One is a card of doctrine and spiritual tradition, and at its core, tradition in general is passed down and continues living within a group setting. Perhaps you've been searching for a group of spiritually minded people to connect with. If spiritual doctrine is not your cup of tea, then a good balance would come through incorporating some aspects of tradition to your spiritual practice. Things could become ritual that could feed your soul. Amen. So again, that and that. La, 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 la. I love that deck so much. Okay, next. Oh, and we're not going to read the traditional one because it's just a little paper thin little thing, so we don't need to read that. Next, we have the Wandering Star Tarot. There's the card again. And then here is the inside of that book. Outside, inside. Okay. Keywords here: tradition, structure, knowledge, teacher. The Hierophant is energetically linked to the star sign Taurus and is here to support self-realization, emotional development, and spiritual growth. A font of knowledge and a believer in structure and tradition. He will teach you the power of ceremony and the value of ritual. He asks, what do you value? In what areas would you like to expand? You must integrate mind and spirit to ascend to higher planes. The Hierophant holds the keys to the kingdom. Ask nicely, and he will tune your moral compass and nudge you towards a path of truth and honor. Wouldn't it be nice to sit at the top of your mountain of hopes and dreams with a crystal clear conscience? Then they have little quotes at the bottom, which I always enjoy a good quote. My life is my message. Oh, I love that. Gandhi. There's that one. Next, we have the Light Seers Tarot. There's the card. And then here's the outside of the book, and here's the inside of the book. So they do have a picture on this one. A little black and white one, which is totally fine with me. And I always like how she lays her stuff out. Light Seer tradition, a lesson, spiritual leader or guide, enlightenment, awakening, in service of spirit, formal education or training, new paradigms. Shadow Seer, outdated systems or ways of thinking, dogma, rebelling against societal norms, abuse of power, stagnation, ego-based leadership, a need to connect with spirit. As you search for your divine truth, you create frameworks of belief that help you to expand your consciousness and ground your faith into this reality. If you've been stuck in an old tradition or a structured way of acting or being that is no longer serving you, it is time to let it fall away in order to make space for a better version of you. The Hierophant serves as a gateway between divine source and the seeker. So be open to new paradigms, perspectives, and teachers in your life. Look to the patterns around you and strive to understand your own internal compass. Know that while there is wisdom in the teachings of the mystics, the voice of your own heart is the one voice that matters the most. Yes, amen to that. Find the wisdom of the heavens within. I am my own guru, and the advice I need is rooted in my faith, my belief, and my unique essence. Amen. So there's that one. Who's next? The Good Tarot. Here's the card again. My stomach is growling. Here's the outside of the book. Here's the inside of the book. So they have the nice little black and white pictures too. Hierophant, spiritual practice. When this card appears, it reminds me to be committed to a spiritual practice to ensure a conscious contact to my higher power. When I have a daily practice of prayer and meditation steeped in gratitude and committed to being a co-creator, life works out in wondrous ways. Rituals are in my highest good at this time. Exchanging vows is also highlighted. So there's that. And one more. So we're sure that's, yeah, okay. Because the Art of Nouveau had like a little flimsy little white thing. So we're not doing, it wasn't, I hate to say that, but it just, that one and the original one, they were just those little tiny little white pamphlets that I just left in the closet. So then, and then again, these two had the bigger books. So those were separate videos. And then, so the last one is our newest deck. The Seasons of the Witch deck, which I like this card too, because I like this one just like I like the, where are you? This one, because they are all on even ground, even though they're like, one's learning from the other. It doesn't mean that it doesn't necessarily mean that the shift couldn't be the next time learning from the other one. You know what I mean? Like, we're all learning from each other. I like that outlook better than, you know, the guru one. So there's that. Oopsies, I lost the card. There it is. Okay. So again, there's that card, the Winter Hierophant. I love that. Under the New Moon. With In the Woods, Circle of Women. Yes. How could it be any better than that? And I bent my page. And then this is the inside of this book. So this is a good sized book too. I like, because that means it's going to be easier to read. And then it has the color image, and it has, you know, it's got a nice little layout. So it's not too long, and it's not too short either. So that's good. All right. So let's see what she has to say. This is our very first time reading from this book. Okay, the Winter Hierophant stands before her initiates, sharing her many moons of wisdom and guiding their steps. They eagerly await every word with the hopes of gaining even just a fraction of her magic. Well, you know, that's okay. There is reverence being exchanged on both sides. The Hierophant sees the potential of her acolytes while they pay respect to her commitment to this craft. They could balk at the rules or challenge their leader's authority, but they have chosen to be here as they know there are skills and secrets this would take them years to learn on their own. Okay. It's okay. That's not the vibe I was getting from the card. Like, that has more of like a guru vibe, right? Like, you're above, because that's what that irks me whenever it's like, I'm here in my knowledge base and you're here with your knowledge base, and I don't like that. So anyway, because my knowledge base may be a touch higher here and there, but yours could be like way more higher than mine whenever it comes to something else. That's why we're here together, right? To learn from each other. There's nobody's higher than anybody else. There's more than one type of initiation happening here. They may not realize it yet, but the values they gain in this community will go on to impact the rest of their lives. The worldview, their philosophy is being shaped at this moment. Who they'll become, who they'll share their life with, and what choices they'll make will have whispers of this learned behavior for better or for worse. Divinatory meaning. Traditionally, this card has represented a religious dogma, often triggering feelings of judgment and narrow-minded thinking. But there's a deeper, more positive expression of its energy. Tradition, legacy, and experience come to mind with the Winter Hierophant. This card represents the wise ones, elders, and ancestors, and the value of passing down knowledge through generations. Organizations such as religious faiths, covens, corporations, or schools where an established order is expected to be respected are also hallmarks of this card. Its appearance in a reading signals the need to follow an unorthodox set of systems or beliefs, or to seek a trusted source to help you create a solid foundation. You may find a sense of comfort in working with someone who understands the challenges and nuances of what you're attempting to achieve. If nothing else, learning from an institution or order can help refine or confirm your beliefs. In its negative expression, the Winter Hierophant cautions against attempting to break a rule before fully understanding its purpose or challenging a more experienced person before you think you know best. A fresh perspective has its value, but there are some things that can only be learned with time and experience. Amen. So again, there's that's the Seasons of the Witch. That's the book, and then that's the card. And just to let you have comparison, here's the average little book there. Although the Good Tarot, let me just show you all these. There's that one. All these different sizes, because they're really, I guess there's not like an average size, because look, they're all different sizes. But there's like, I don't know. I just love this so much. I love learning all from all these beautiful, amazing, these all happen to be women. I'm not saying that men, obviously they've made some tarot things out there, but they've made the ones that apparently I kept in the closet. But but these are all it's just, I don't know, to hold all of these amazing women's words in your hands and be able to read them, consume them, and then also share them is such a gift. All of this is just such a gift, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for joining me in all of this. Much love. See you tomorrow.